when they say to find self-love or learn acceptance and try to accept yourself, what they really mean is you need, in order to move forward in your life and get rid of the problems that you see in your life, you do need to accept yourself to some degree. You need to accept that you have problems, and you need to accept yourself as you are in order to actually move forward. Because I think when we're too hard on ourselves, and we dwell on the problems, it's hard to actually move forward and do anything about it. So you need to find a degree of self-love, with just fall in love with being at the bottom or being where you are. Like, fall in love with the problems that you have, and knowing that one day you're gonna change them and overcome them. Just do it now. Why not? If you look at the vibrational frequency, or like emotional vibration analysis, just look up a frequency chart. And there's different levels to our emotions. There's literally different vibrational frequencies to all of our emotions that we all experience. And shame, fear, guilt are all at the bottom. And love, acceptance, peace is at the top. So if you can find a way to love your problems and literally just have good grief, you're actually changing a low frequency to a high frequency just by having an emotion towards that emotion. Almost anger is actually pretty high on that chart. Surprisingly, it's higher than all the other ones. Like, so if you have shame, guilt, or fear, if you just immediately make that switch and get angry at that emotion, you're already vibrating higher. So honestly, I rather than acceptance, I kind of just get angry with where I am, and then I just move into productive action. And that's the only thing that's going to change where I'm at in life and get me to where I would like to be. Get mad at yourself for being the person that made all those bad decisions throughout your life that got you to where you are, and not accepting yourself. You should be mad that you don't accept yourself and love yourself. And you don't not accept yourself and love yourself because something's wrong with you, or like you have a mental disorder. The reason you feel like that is because you haven't been doing what your conscience is calling you to do. Maybe with a few things in your life. And that voice in your head, that conscience, that's you speaking, that's God speaking to you. That's a higher power. That's the ultimate power speaking to you to call you to your better self, to call you to your highest version of yourself. And you have to listen, because it's never going to shut up. If you have that, just believe it's God and just listen to that voice. Because, I mean, that voice telling you to stop drinking, to not, I drank, never doing that again, like, that's not you. Just believe that's not you telling yourself that. That's a heightened awareness, because you drank. You, the human animal, you made the decision to go and drink and go out with your friends. You can go out with your friends as much as you want. But if the night after drinking a lot with your friends, you feel like shit and something in you says, I shouldn't do that anymore, but then you take over and you keep doing it because you think it's fun, you're like, there's this person in the back of your head that wants to be the better version of you, and you're just stomping it out because you're not listening to that voice. And that voice is your authentic self. It's God, it's the universe, it's the higher power telling you what you need to do to live the best life, because that's what you really want to do. You want to be happy all the time. You want to have a good, fulfilling life, and alcohol ain't going to do it for you, man. So I'm telling you, if you're already having that voice telling you to stop doing something, anything, whatever that is, porn, weed, alcohol, harder drugs, overeating, snacking at night, like, if something's telling you to not do something, it's just you doing it over and over again is just sucking energy away from what matters, like your real life, what you should be focusing on, your relationships, your fitness, your finances, you're having fun, dude. Go have some real fun and do it sober. It's awesome. That voice that tells you to stop doing something or to get in shape because you're unhappy with how you look is never going to shut up. It's actually just going to get louder. And you can just, I don't know, you could try to deny it and keep pushing it down with drugs and alcohol, but I'm telling you, that's a very, very dark road, because you're just denying your true self. You're denying your shadow that really wants that goodness for you, and you're not listening. So yeah, self-acceptance it's so misinterpreted nowadays. People just think that, like, body positivity, like you should just accept and love yourself even though you hate yourself. You're just lying to yourself. That's not love. That's denial and self-hate, honestly. Like, if you loved yourself, you would actually take care of yourself, and you would take note of what causes those low emotions, those low frequencies, and you would just stomp them out. You would fix them, because there is a better life on the other side, and you're not meant to just blindly accept who you are right now. You're supposed to see your flaws, acknowledge them, love them, and work on them, and then change them, and then give that better version of you to the world, to your loved ones. Share your story, because you got to stop lying to yourself. You can't lie to yourself. You can't lie to that voice in your head that's telling you to change. And you're never going to outrun it. You're never going to fix it. Like, it is the authentic voice of God telling you what the path is. And you got to follow it, man. You got to follow. Because that's just truth. That inner voice that tells you what you should do with your life, what you should do, just what path you should try to take. And if you don't feel like you have a path, or you're lost or something, it starts with sobriety, and it starts with an early morning wake up and a workout. And then just focus on that, focusing on just being the most consistent, good version of you, treating people right. Once you get clean of alcohol and drugs, a lot of clarity comes in, and you'll actually remember things about yourself that you've forgotten, that the world has beaten out of you, and then you'll have confidence in yourself to accomplish those things, and then you'll go after them, and then your life will actually be really awesome. I promise. You just stay consistent, man. That voice ain't gonna shut up. The world has lied to you, dude. Happiness is not what you think it is. It's really just like this. It's really just steady moving forward, knocking off your to-do list every day, feeling great about it, dude. I take so much pride in, like, the smallest things I do every day, because I just always remember, dude, I'm freaking sober every day. I got I got all this stuff that I've worked towards for the last 3 years, but just having, like, little, like, things every day to do, I just know I'm moving forward in a direction that's good. And I can look back on my past and just with gratitude, and just makes me feel so good, man. You gotta let those dopamine hits hit you when you just do little stupid shit, like the dishes, dude. I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna smash the dishes. That makes me feel awesome. I'm like, yeah, I did it. Clean my house, you know? And just keep going. Keep increasing the little to-do lists every day. All right? You got this. Have a good weekend. Yeah!